Charlie Brown theme song. So here's my question, Josh.
Yep.
As you're dancing, bopping your head around like...
baby don't mess around because she loves me so in this I know
that's
for
true.
sure.
Yeah, good point. So my question is, Christmas tune or not?
Yes, absolutely.
So, because my daughters asked me that, they said, why is that a Christmas song?
Just because it was in Charlie Brown
And
Christmas.
that's exactly what I said. I said, well, honey, the only thing I can think of is it's the Charlie Brown theme song, but it was in the Charlie Brown Christmas show. So that's got to be why it's there. So
I mean, I guess it would be the same argument as
wonderful favorite things from...
Well, no, I was thinking about is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
I cannot start my Christmas countdown until I see Hans Gruber fall from Nakatomi Plaza.
And is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
So, by that same rationale,
Charlie Brown's Christmas song.
Absolutely a Christmas song.
Okay, well,
so, I guess, but I think that, well, like Die Hard and Gremlins are two movies that you can watch anytime.
Right, yes, true, yeah.
I mean, not that other Christmas movies aren't the same.
Right, yes.
I guess that'd be my, I don't want to say argument,
yes.
but that would be my making a case for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we got some guests joining us in the studio, and here from the University of Rio Grande is their director of Esports. I don't know if I should start out with this theme song or not, so play a little bit of the classic Super Mario Brothers theme song there. So, of course,
there you go.
Still one of my favorite video games that I struggled with a long time to
It's either that or Terminator.
Well, we could switch it to that, and maybe more appropriately switch to the Terminator theme music. So, but anyway, well, go ahead and introduce yourselves to us, sir, and then we'll talk a little bit about what Esports is. So.
All right, thanks for having me. My name is Bobby Vetta, the director of Esports at Rio Grande. And first, I have a question. So, would Charlie Brown then be like a Halloween song because they have a Halloween special?
Well, sure.
So that's what I said too, because they have the Great Pumpkin.
Great Pumpkin. So maybe it's a Thanksgiving song too.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of everything. So. It's just the theme song that's played.
We were talking off air about that. Maybe we should just play that as background music more often.
Could be. So. All right, so Bobby talked to us about esports. This is something that's relatively new. I know a lot of the local high schools now have it, and this is something that me, as not really an athletic type of person, would have thrived on, I think, when I was in high school, because I played hours upon hours of video games. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how does esports work? What exactly is it? So
esports is just competitive video gaming. I think in recent years, technology has gotten to the point where online connections, good enough to compete from one school to another completely online. And a lot of guys, say like, I wish I would have been born 5 years later, because this would have been my thing. So for me, I was kind of in that age where I grew up playing a lot of Call of Duty, which is a common console game.
Sure.
And by the time a game like League of Legends, which is my focus now, was arriving on the college scene, I was like probably too old to play.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, so I fit right in where I can maybe be administration or coaching, or something like that. And so, esports quickly it's the same as traditional sports, especially in the scholastic scene. It's just video gaming. So there's a lot of competitive titles, and the better team's gonna win. Which
is great, because if you go back to Josh and I's day, we would sit around with our friends, and you'd have to wait until your friend lost to be able to have your opportunity to play. It's
taking turns, right?
Absolutely, taking turns playing. But we make the best of that. So this is something. Now, is this a scholarship-based sport actually with you guys? Yeah, definitely. So Rio Grande offers variable scholarships depending on experience and what your rank might be or what you can add to the program. We don't even just offer scholarships for playing different titles. You could even just be on our media team that we just started up this year and get a scholarship just for that. So in any way that you can contribute to the program or add value to one of our teams and get us wins, and get you scholarship money. So which games do you focus on? I heard you mention League of Legends. Is that pretty much the one you focus on right now? Or actually not at Rio. So this past semester we had 2 Overwatch teams, so that was our primary title, as well as a CSGO team, a Super Smash Bros. Team, and am I forgetting any? Dylan. But for next semester we are going to launch a League of Legends team. Apex is what we want to bring on. And then for next year, we're kind of looking at titles like Valorant. Rocket League we will have back. Most schools have that one. And so, those are some of the bigger, more common titles. I didn't realize how huge this was until... Well, I knew, and Dylan has talked to me about it for several years. But now that I have,
kids who are getting ready to go to college, you'll go to these universities and go to campuses, and it's like, oh yeah, well there's our esports building.
Yes.
Going, what?
Building?
They have an esports building?
Yeah,
you mean it's not just the basement of the dorm and a couple of people with computers? They have buildings dedicated to this now.
Yeah.
So that was unbelievable when I just first saw that occurring. So
well, I can even still remember the early days before they had esports games. People having LAN parties where you had to run cables and that type of stuff, put computers together so you could cross-platform play and that type of stuff. It's amazing how much it's changed, and it really has opened up a door for people to use a talent, because there always was that one kid.
Oh yeah.
That was just kind of maybe a little bit of an outsider, but you got him in front of a console and he just you want to, and then you almost got to the point where you didn't want to play him because he was that good.
Right.
It's like, how did you do that, man? So you learn the tips of the trade and that type of stuff. And so there's a camaraderie and a fellowship that goes along with it, just like any other sports. So how does someone get involved if they want to be a part of it? So
if you want to be a part of Rio Grande, I would find us on social media, Twitter at Esports Rio Grande. Discord, Diddy8234. You could directly contact me. That's the best way to get involved at Rio Grande. But if you just kind of do your own research and look at schools around you, if you're not necessarily looking at Rio, it's just my first couple questions are: what game do you play? Mm-hmm. How seriously do you take it? Are you playing ranked? Are you ranked in the top, let's say, like 50 percentile, 25 percentile? And then what schools around you offer what titles?
Okay.
And I would just say what separates maybe a scholarship awardee from just an average player would be actually studying the game on YouTube. And it might sound pretty obvious, but not a lot of players, even in college, really study the game as much as they should. So I would just say, do some research, find a school, take a game seriously, or a genre. So you could think of it as each title genre is a different sport. So you might be a fighting game player. So you could maybe go across from Smash to Mortal Kombat to Tekken. For example, you might be a first-person shooter player. You might be able to play COD, Overwatch, And then there's MOBA's another one that'd be League of Legends. So either one title or one genre, take it seriously, study, treat it like a sport, and then opportunities will open up because it's not what everyone's doing.
Awesome. And again, check it out if your local high school has a program as well.
Yeah.
Ask the questions there and get involved while you can too. Well, thanks for stopping in and talking to us this morning.
Of course. Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping in. So again, esports on the rise. Rio, of course, if you're looking at Rio Grande, they have the program for you there. And again, you guys are really working on focusing on growing your communications program right now.
Absolutely.
A lot of cool stuff happening on the tech side there. So if you're interested, check them out. Rio Grande, right here local and available to you in the area. So check it out. Thanks for stopping in this morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And they're going to be over on Main Street TV here in just a couple minutes if you want to check it out and hear a little bit more about esports. And we got more coming up. This is your last chance to get those calls in for that Party Hardy Birthday Patrol. We're going to do it right after this on The Morning Crew.